Good morning to everybody. Each and everyone understood the first part of our first unit in the last week. Am I right? Okay, congratulations to all, for we discussed and shared all the facts and concepts in the first part of our first unit, and also we shared all the worksheet very neatly, isn't it? Okay, today we are going to discuss the second part of the first unit. All of you understand? Okay, don't you follow me? Okay, then please look here. Here are some pictures. What are they? Can you identify? Okay, good. What is the first one? It is the Kalinga War. Kalinga War. Very good. What is the second one? It is the First Independence War. First Independence War. Then what is the third one? It is Indian Freedom Struggle. It is Indian Freedom Struggle. Then last one, that is the image of, the picture of COVID disease. Okay, understand? Very good. So, when did our India attain its independence? Can you recognize the year? Okay, very good. In 1947. 1947. Okay, good. If it's so, then what about the Kalinga War? Kalinga War, didn't you understand about this Kalinga War? Okay, then, good. It is BC 261. Very good. Then, what about the third one? The First Independence War. That is in 1857. 1857. Okay. The next one, Indian Independence War. That is 1947. Then what about the last one? It is the COVID disease. We know that COVID-19, 2019. Okay. So, we have to understand more about this. And also, another question to you. Don't you understand? Okay, then, in which year our state, Kerala, is formed? Good, in 1956. Okay, then, how many years after the independence was our state formed? Okay, then that is after 9 years. Our independence freedom struggle occurred in 1947. Then 1956 our state was formed. Then what is the difference between these years? Only 9 years. Okay, then good. We understand that there is some difference, and also in another sense we can say that this chronology is measured based on this freedom struggle. Based on this freedom struggle. Okay, then we are using these types of event to count the year, to measure the year. So, freedom struggle is the main incident or main event to count the other events. Okay, these are some events we already listened. Okay, can you make a table based on these events? Then year and event. Okay, are you ready? Okay, very good. Next class, you have to make this type of tab. Okay, don't you know about our forefathers? Okay, then we have to understand the age or old of the grandfathers or our forefathers or our great grandfather or great grandmother. They were adopting an event to count their old. Example, my great grandfather was born in 6 years before the Malabar revolt or Mappala revolt. Or I can say that my great grandma was born after this Mappala revolt. Can you understand? Mappala revolt or Malabar revolt, when it occurred, when it happened? Okay, it happened in 1921. So we understood that the freedom struggle and the Malabar revolt, these are some events to count the age, to count the old, our ancestors or forefathers. So in present, here is a common scale of chronology. Common scale of chronology. Then it means we are using a scale that is known as common era or Christian era. This Christian era is divided into 2 parts. The first one, that is AD, then another one BC. What is AD? What is BC? We understood BC, it is the full form of before Christ, before the birth of Jesus Christ. Or we can say that BC, then AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini. What is the meaning of Anno Domini? Anno Domini, it is a foreign language. It derived from a foreign language, that is Latin language. It means in the birth of our Lord. Lord means Christ. So the birth of Christ. So the common era or this Christian era is known as based on this birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, please look here. Here is the picture of a scale that denotes AD and BC. Oh, what is this? A calendar. Didn't you see calendar? Okay, in your home? Okay. We are very familiarized this type of calendar. How does a calendar help us? Good. To understand the day, to understand the week or months, etc. And to recognize the year. And also, there are many types of eras. Can you say the examples? Okay, Christian era, good. Then next, Hijra era, then what? Shalga era, etc. There are many types of eras, all have their own importance. Then, what is Christian era? Christian era is based on the birth of Jesus Christ. What about Hijra era? Okay, it is the main important event denotes Prophet Muhammad, the Hijra, migration of Prophet Muhammad, that is Hijra era. Okay, then please ask to any other, what about this Shaga era or Kolla Varsham, etc. Are you ready to say your birth year? Can you say these years are in which century? Okay, your birth year in which century? Oh, 21st. 21st. Okay. Which is this century? This century is known as 21st. Okay, then some events we already understood. All the events we can understand through these centuries. What do you mean by century? Century means 100. Cricket players always they are counting runs through century. Then 100. Century means 100. Okay. Then in the base of year, the century is example 1 to 100. 1 to 100. That is a century. That is the first century. Then example 1801 to 1900. That is 19th century. Then what about 20th century? That is 20th century means that is 1901 to 2000. 2000. The era is known as 20th century. Then what about this century? This is 21st. 21st century. So we can say that we are living in 21st century. Can you identify the centuries? Here are some years are given here and you have to find out these years are in which century. Okay, tomorrow you have to do a worksheet based on this. Some years are given here and you have to make a column or table based on this century. Okay, are you very interesting? Okay, then next day we can see again. Okay, all of you, thank you. Good.